So Alex, first of all, I would like to thank you for one thing, because I believe I could speak from millions of people. So it was you who originally introduced Rich Piana to the people.
Yes.
Because I remember back then it was like 2000, I want to say 2013.
12, yeah.
Yeah. So I watched those videos, and all the videos started with Ardenti Films presents. And when I got to the US a few weeks ago, a friend of mine, Eva, says, "I know Alex Ardenti. He's a photographer." Ardenti, where did I hear that last name? Then I got, that's the guy. Tell me, how did you end up meeting with Rich?
God, I knew Rich like maybe 15 years before that. I mean, we just went to Gold's Gym in North Hollywood and we worked out together. We were both doing a lot of commercials together and little bit parts in TV shows. So there's only a handful of us that were really going out there and doing auditions. He would book a lot of commercials because, good looking guy, great voice, great physique. So I just knew him for years, and he was a little disappointed about the way his career was going as far as competing, because he wanted to become pro, but he couldn't even make it to like the USA level. He won Mr. California, but I think he tried the USA once or twice, and the judges didn't reward his type of physique, so he was a little disappointed.
But back then he didn't have any tattoos or something?
He started to get them, and back then judges didn't like the tattoos, and I told him I wouldn't get too many tattoos. When he decided, I'm not going to compete anymore, that's when he just got a lot of tattoos, But a new company started to form. It was called Mutant. It was a branch of PVL up in Canada. And the marketing director was looking for just a new talent. It was a small company. They didn't have a big budget. I said, my friend Rich is great. I mean, he's not a pro or anything, but he's really great on camera, great personality. A lot of people like him, and they saw photos and said, no, he's already almost 40, and no, we don't really like the tattoos, and we want someone who's competing and winning shows. I'm like, well, yeah, if you have the money to sponsor Mr. Olympia, sure, but if you don't have a competitor on that level, you're better off getting an influencer. And there were no influencers at the time, but he was someone who could talk about the product and still look great on video. And on video, the general public doesn't know if you're Mr. Olympia or Mr. California. Exactly. They don't even care. They don't know what the federations are. It's just a whole different, area there. So I really had to insist, because they kept saying, no, we don't want him. We want a competitor who's winning shows. And finally they took a chance. They gave him $300 a month, and Rich didn't really need the money. But I know, because he was making money on commercials and personal training. Once we did that first video series that we shot more like a documentary style, it really took off on YouTube. And just day by day, his Instagram was just starting then. So everything happened. It was like a perfect storm. YouTube was getting big for fitness. Instagram just started, which was really getting big for fitness. The brand was coming up. A new brand was selling internationally. And he just, week by week, just the popularity just soared incredibly, So everything happened, at the right time, at the right place.
So you shot 4 seasons. The 5th was released by you a few years ago.
Yeah, we did 4, and then basically Rich wanted, he wanted a raise. I think Mutant said, no, at this time we can't. And he said, okay, so I'm leaving. So I don't know exactly what happened. I got different sides of the story. I was just kind of neutral to the whole thing. I was sad that he left Mutant, because we had a good thing going, just the series, each series was getting more and more popular. And his fame was growing tremendously. So he just decided to leave, and then later on he just started his own company, and the rest is history, as they say.
If you like this short clip, you are more than welcome to watch the full episode on my other YouTube channel called Apollo the Original.